Dear friends, today I want to share with you the latest news from the Danish royal family, which has been absolutely immersed in celebrations and festivities lately. You know, watching the lives of royals has always been a special kind of joy, and I'm thrilled to tell you about all the important events happening with King Frederik's family. Let's start with the beautiful celebration that took place just yesterday for Princess Isabella. In the evening, right in the heart of Copenhagen, the majestic doors of Frederik VIII's palace opened wide for guests. The young birthday girl had already celebrated this significant occasion surrounded by close family members and lots of friends her own age. In the elegant halls of Amalienborg, where Frederik VIII's palace is located, tables were set for a grand reception. And although most of the guests were young people, friends of the princess, Queen Margrethe was also there for the celebratory dinner. Despite her respectable age, she still takes an active part in family life. After the delicious dinner inside the palace, the fun continued in the gardens of Amalienborg. There, beautiful party tents had been set up, and colorful lanterns were hanging all around, creating a truly magical atmosphere. Just imagine what a wonderful evening Princess Isabella and her many friends had, especially when the garden celebration was in full swing by the end of the night. Now let's move on to an important piece of news about Crown Prince Christian. According to the official royal calendar, he has been appointed as regent for this current week. The young Crown Prince recently returned to his military duties after the Easter holidays, which he spent with his family. During that time, he managed to attend his sister's birthday celebration at the Royal Theatre, and he also congratulated his grandmother, Queen Margrethe, in Fredensborg. But alongside his military service, the Crown Prince is now also taking on another responsibility. You see, his father, King Frederik, is heading off on an official visit to Japan that will last until Friday. Since the king will be out of the country, the honor of serving as regent falls to Crown Prince Christian. Interestingly, he will remain in this role over the weekend as well, even though King Frederik is expected to be back from Japan by then. A little mystery in the royal schedule. And as if the birthday celebration for Princess Isabella wasn't enough festivity, the royal couple is preparing yet another event for the public. This time, the spotlight will be on Fredensborg. Not long ago, the 85th birthday of Queen Margrethe was celebrated there. And now the royal family is entering what can only be described as a truly festive season of their lives. On the 5th of May, King Frederik, Queen Mary, and their children will move into the Chancellery House at Fredensborg Palace, where they'll live for the next few months. On that very same day, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, a real public celebration will take place outside the walls of Fredensborg. The royal couple will be officially welcomed by the mayor of Fredensborg, as well as by a girls' choir from the Fredensborg Chapel and a local brass band, complete with flags and songs. The Chancellery House is the royal family's official residence during their extended stays at Fredensborg Palace. In the year 2024, the public celebration marking the arrival of the royal couple in Fredensborg was held for the first time and turned out to be a huge success. It is expected that this year's celebration, with music, singing, and speeches, will once again become a major event attracting many people. But what exactly is the Chancellery House, which will be the royal family's home for the next few months? It's not just any building. It's a truly luxurious house with 30 rooms and indoor riding arenas. What's especially noteworthy is that this was the very place where Frederik and Mary first moved in after their wedding. The Chancellery is an annex to the palace of the same name and serves as a key location for official ceremonies of the Danish royal household. Unlike the urban residence at Amalienborg, Fredensborg is surrounded by nature, making it the perfect spot to spend spring and summer. For the rest of the year, the royal family lives in Fredensborg VIII's palace, where their day-to-day work takes place. Fredensborg plays a central role in the everyday life of the royal household, especially on a family level. It's not only where foreign dignitaries, ambassadors, and other high-ranking guests are received when they visit Denmark, but it's also a place that Queen Margrethe is especially fond of. She spends much of the year there. It was also where she recently celebrated her birthday. What's more, the Chancellery used to be home to Queen Ingrid as well. But if this place holds a special meaning for two queens, it's no less important for the current monarch. Fredensborg's Chancellery was the very first home of Frederik and Mary after their wedding, and it's where their two eldest children, Christian and Isabella, spent their early years. It wasn't until 2010, after a major renovation, that the then Crown Prince and Princess made Frederick VIII's palace in Amalienborg their official residence. The fact that Fredensborg is not far from Copenhagen, the Danish capital, allows the royal couple to continue their official duties without interruption. Plus, due to the layout of the estate, it requires less security, and the children feel more free and at ease. That's not surprising, given the vast grounds the home sits on. And even though the building might look modest, the ground floor alone covers 700 square meters, and the upper floor, 450 square meters. Across these two floors, there are 30 rooms, as well as several salons, lounges, and libraries filled with countless books, some of which are incredibly rare, not just because of their age, but because of their unique content. And if the inside makes it a luxurious home, the outside is just as impressive. The estate includes not only a swimming pool, but also an equestrian arena, which Princess Mary and her daughter Isabella are especially happy about, as both are passionate riders. This arena was renovated in the year 2020, based on the original structure that had been closed for decades. According to a report published by the royal household about the renovation, the funds came as a gift from the Agency for Palaces and Cultural Properties in honor of then Prince Frederik's 50th birthday in 2018. The idea was for the whole royal family to be able to use the space, and that's exactly what they're doing now. On the grounds of Fredensborg, there's also a chapel, the only building separating the Chancellery from the main palace. This chapel has also been the site of important family ceremonies. It was where the confirmation services of Prince Christian in 2021 and Princess Isabella a year later took place. So, as you can see, the life of the Danish royal family continues to be filled with important events and celebrations, with traditions being upheld and new ones being created. From birthdays to seasonal moves, each event becomes a special moment, not just for the royal family themselves, but for all Danes who follow the lives of their monarchs with great interest. It's exactly this close connection between the royal family and the people that makes the Danish monarchy so unique and so loved throughout the country.